Welcome back, children. In the previous class, I have explained internal hardware. Now in this class, I am going to explain you external hardware. The components which are connected to the computer externally are called external hardware components. These are also known as peripherals. And these are divided into three main categories, that are input devices, output devices, and storage devices. What are input devices? Input refers to the data or instructions that we give to a computer. Input devices are used to enter data and information into a computer, and these devices convert the incoming data and instructions into a pattern of binary codes and then supply the converted data to the processor for processing. And some of the input devices are: one is keyboard, most common input device. It is one of the most important input device used to input data and instructions to a computer, and there are mainly five types of keys on a keyboard: typing keys, control keys, function keys, navigation keys, and numeric keypad. Now mouse, it is second most commonly used input and pointing device that lets you select and move items on the screen. Types of mouse: mechanical mouse. The first one is mechanical mouse. This type of mouse has a metal or rubber ball on its lower side that can roll in all the directions. The screen pointer moves according to the movement of the ball, which is directed by the mechanical sensors within the mouse. The second one is optomechanical mouse. This type of mouse uses a mechanism similar to the mechanical mouse. The only difference is that it uses optical sensors to detect the movement of the ball. Then the third one is most common used mouse nowadays. We use optical mouse. Optical mouse does not have any mechanical moving parts. The laser technology is used to detect the movement of the mouse. An optical mouse is more efficient and expensive than the mechanical and optomechanical mouse. Now next is a scanner. It is an input device that scans text, images, and objects optically. The scanned data is then converted into a digital image and displayed on the computer screen. There are basically three different type of scanners. First one is drum scanner. The second one is flat bed scanner, and third is handheld scanner. So coming to the drum scanner, this is the most efficient and expensive scanner. It uses a rotating glass drum to scan. In a drum scanner, the light from the object that is to be scanned is split into separate red, blue, and green beams optically. This mechanism is called the photomultiplier tubes, PMT technology. The drum scanners are used mainly in the publishing industry to print high quality images in books and magazines. The second one is flat bed scanner, and this is the popular desktop scanner. It looks like a miniature printer with a flip up cover protecting the glass window. In a flatbed scanner, the objects to be scanned is placed face down to the glass window, which is then illuminated with a bright light. It uses the charged coupled device, that is CCD technology, to read the entire area optically. Depending on its size, a flatbed scanner can fit standard or legal size documents, and its flexible cover allows you to scan books, newspapers, articles, photographs, etc. And these are the scanners that we use in our homes, schools, and medium sized offices. Now the next one is handheld scanner. It is a small manual device which is dragged over the surface of the image to be scanned. These scanners are operated by hand. It is difficult to operate these scanners as they need a steady hand to scan objects in order to avoid distorted image. Barcode scanner is one of the most utilized handheld scanner used in shopping malls. Now the next input device is microphone. It is an input device used to record and store voice or any other sound in a computer, generally in a .wav file. It is also used for recording a narration in a PowerPoint presentation, Generally, it is used as a separate component for desktops but can be seen as an integrated component in some laptops. Okay, the next one is light pen. It is a light sensitive pointing device commonly used to select or modify data on the screen. It allows the user to point on displayed objects or draw on the screen. And its operation is similar to a touch screen but has greater positional accuracy. It's easy to use and helpful for programs like CAD, that is computer aided design. Then next input device is digital camera. A digital camera is quite similar to a traditional camera that takes both video and still photographs, except for the fact that digital images can be used, viewed and edited on a personal computer. We can also print the photos through a printer. It does not require a film roll like a normal camera. Nowadays, mobile phones have inbuilt digital cameras. A webcam is also a kind of digital camera connected to a computer. Okay, the next part is output devices. So, what are output devices? The output devices are used to display or print the processed data in a user readable form. A computer can have several output devices attached to it, and some are, the first one is monitor. Monitor is the most common output device, and it is also called VDU, that is visual display unit, an electronic visual display for the computers. Just like a television, a monitor also displays the output on the screen. The picture on a monitor is made up of thousands of small colored dots called pixels. Pixel, the expansion of pixel is picture elements. The output displayed on the monitor is called soft copy. There are basically three types of monitors. First one is cathode ray tube monitors, that is CRT monitors. It's similar to your TV. And the second one is LCD or TFT monitors, and the third one is LED monitors. Next most common output device is printer. Printer is a peripheral device that accepts text and graphic output from a computer and prints the information on a paper. The printed information on the paper is called hard copy. A printer is connected to computer using a USB port or Wi-Fi connection. Basically, there are two types of printers. The first one is impact printer and the second is non-impact printers. Impact printer allows physical contact between the printer head and the paper. These printers print by the impact of printer head on the paper. They are also called character printers. Example, daisy wheel printers and dot matrix printers. And non-impact printers, they do not allow physical contact between the printing heads and paper, that is, they do not strike against the inked ribbon or the paper which is being printed. Only the ink used for printing touches the paper. Example of non-impact printers are thermal printers, inkjet printers and laser printers. Now the next output device is projector. A projector is an output device that takes images generated by a computer and displays them onto a big screen, wall or any other flat surface. And it is commonly used in a school classroom for teaching, at a meeting in office to project the presentation about some newly launched product or strategy, in cinema theaters for projecting movies. Now the second part is storage devices. Storage devices store information until it is deleted or overwritten by the user. The commonly used storage devices are hard disk. The first one is hard disk. What is hard disk? A hard disk is a magnetic storage device used to store and retrieve data. It is generally embedded within the disk itself or housed in a separate box external to the computer. It is made up of a collection of disks known as platters stacked on top of each other. Each platter consists of two read-write heads on both the sides for reading the stored data. All the read-write heads are attached to a single access arm so that they do not move independently. Each platter has the same number of tracks to store data. A track location that cuts across all platters is called a cylinder. And hard disk is also known as Winchester disk. Now the next storage device is CD-ROM. CD-ROM stands for compact disk read-only memory. Read-only means you cannot change the pre-recorded information stored in the disk. It is a type of optical disk capable of storing large amount of data, information, software, etc. Now there are two type of CD-ROMs, that is CDR and CDRW. CDR means compact disk recordable and CDRW compact disk rewritable. These are the disks in which we can change the data. Now the next one is DVD, that is digital versatile disk. DVD is also like a CD, but it is different from the CD as it has greater storage capacity. So the general storage capacity of a DVD is 4.7 GB to 17 GB of data, while a CD can store up to 650 MB of data. So it is also of three types: DVD read, DVD read write, and DVD R and DVD RW. The next is Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc is a new optical disc format that is rapidly replacing a DVD. Now it also looks like a DVD, but again it is different because of its size, because of its storage capacity. Its storage capacity is much more than the DVD. It can hold up to 25 GB of data on a single layer and 50 GB of data on a dual layer disk. Now flash drive, it is the most common storage devices that we use nowadays. It is a small and portable flash memory data storage device mainly used to transfer audio, video and data files from the hard disk of one computer to another. It is removable and rewritable. It is plugged into the computer's USB port. It consists of a small PCB, that is printed circuit board, which contains the circuit elements, and a USB connector that is electrically insulated and protected inside a plastic, metal or rubberized case. It is also called pen drive or thumb drive and is available with storage capacity of up to 1 TB of data and is further planned to have its capacity to 2 TB, that is 2 terabyte. So children, that's all about this chapter. I explained each and every topic of the chapter, hardware and its components, and your homework is to do all the exercises. First read the chapter carefully and then try to do all the exercises, that is fill in the blanks, true, false, multiple choice questions, and try to find the question answers also. In the next video, I'll discuss all the exercises as well as question answers. Till then, happy lockdown. Thank you. Take care.